watcher. How are you? Good to see you. Thanks for being with us here on Crafters TV. My name's Ben Moseby, just having a nice cup of coffee. Hang on.
Anything else?
I had a nice cup of coffee and a slice of cake. I had, so I've eaten it, yeah. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. All right, Johnny. You've eaten it? He goes, you've eaten it? Yeah, I've eaten it. I was very busy this morning. And, oh, hello, there's your website. I was very busy this morning and didn't get a chance to do my usual making food and stuff. And then did the first preview of Ben's Day, of course, main show coming up in a couple of hours' time. And then just in the break, I was like, oh, I'm really hungry. And there was one slice of Christina's chocolate cake left, and I had a cup of coffee. I thought, oh, do you know what? I'll treat myself. As it's Ben's Day, we'll have a nice bit of cake. And I don't normally buy the cake off Christina. And I was like, oh yeah, I'll treat myself to that today. And she was like, oh no, normally you're a little bit healthy. I was like, yeah, but there was only cake there, wasn't there? And she said, well, I could have made you a nice healthy salad if you wanted. I was like, nah, I'll just have the cake, thanks very much. Just the cake sorted me out for the next hour, because we have a beautiful beginnings. A little bit of a break for you, where we're going to be doing some demos, some inspiration with Craig. Obviously, Ben's Day very much on the horizon a little bit later on. We'll talk about that as we go through the show. But this is a great show to go back to basics just a little bit. So if you are fairly new to crafting, fairly new to us here, if you want to ask any questions to do with what we're going to be bringing you, mainly the Majestic Unicorn Collection, you can ask. Or if there's anything particularly that you're stuck on at the moment, please ask away, and if we can answer that question, we will. If we can show you how to do whatever it is that you need to do, we'll do that as well over the course of this show. Leanne, not here for this show. She's back for Ben's Day Part 2 a little bit later on. I have tagged in my crafty bestie to show you and inspire you over the course of Beautiful Beginnings. It is Mr. Craig Laird, who has also got a cuppy on the go.
I do indeed, yes. Nice cup of tea. It's been all go this morning to get everything ready and set up. Just say, you know that piece of cake? Do you know what that's called?
What?
Brucey cake.
Brucey?
From Matilda. So if any of you want to know what did it look like? Just think about the Brucey cake, the Brucey slice that you've got in Matilda. That's what it was like.
It wasn't the whole cake. It was like a little. If you want to see a picture, I put it on my Insta of me stuffing it in me. I mean, I don't know why you want to see that particularly, but I put it there. It was only yay big.
That's what you left with Christina. You ate all the rest of it. When it comes to that cake.
I thought you were going to start singing then. Who ate all the cake? Who ate all the cake?
Ben ate all the cake.
All the cake.
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry, well, I'll just show you a few finished samples with,
why
of
not?
course, the Unicorn collections. Because what we're going to do... Sorry, have I just taken control there?
No, it's fine. It's all good. You do you.
What we're going to do, Ben, is we're going to do exactly as you were saying there, a little bit of a 101, back to basics here. And we're going to incorporate something that we also get asked quite a lot about blending with your water reactives. So we're going to be using the 3D embossing folder. We're going to do a little bit of blending. And also at some point in the show, even if it's just a very quick minute or two, I'm going to show you how and where you can be using your vellum against the pattern paper, because that is also a question that we get asked a lot of. So we're going to show you all these different things that you can be making. It's going to work really, really well with the template library as well. Also, just to say, Ben, thank you so much for all the comments off the back of yesterday's Craft Your Stash / Craft Together with all the cut and implement. The amount of you that said, I now know how and where to use my straight cutting tool, i.e. your craft knife, versus the swivel one when it comes to your glass mat and the self-healing mat. So now, when you're seeing all the demos with all the future shows and all the future products, you know how and where is the best cutting tool to be using.
Yeah, loads of people already watching this morning as well. We've got Jan on the socials. Hello, Jan. Lois joins us in Ohio. Carletta Morris says good morning. Hello to Jeannie, who says good morning.
Good morning.
Stephen Nicole joins us. Hello, Stephen. Jeffrey Langley says happy Thursday to Ben and Craig and fantastic CTV crew. We've got Johnny and Jamie in the gallery for this one. You've got a hello and a whoop whoop. My voice is a bit croaky today. I was at the football last night, singing my head off.
You were at the football?
4-0, my team won.
Oh.
4-0, yeah.
You were screaming with excitement. I was screaming with all the gore.
What, are you watching the new Final Destination, weren't you?
It is brilliant.
Is it?
Brilliant. Yeah.
Is it the final ever one?
Well, they say it's the final one. I can kind of see how this is the actual final one, but it's that good. It's that many incredible reviews that they'll probably work out how they can bring another one. But yeah, if you love that sort of film, if you love the franchise, it is really, really well done. Really well done.
I've only ever seen the first one of the Final Destination movies.
Have you not?
No, I've seen the first one. That's
Yeah.
the one with the plane, isn't it?
The plane
gets off the plane.
Yeah.
So I haven't seen any after that. How many have there been? 7?
So this is the 6th one. What I will just say, and I was speaking to Jake about it, because I know there's a lot of you that are looking forward to seeing it as well, and this is no spoiler. The actual premonition disaster that starts at the start, it is not shown anywhere in any of the trailers. So that is why you're not expecting what the premonition disaster is, because it's never been shown on any trailers. It's really well done.
Ah. Oh, sorry, we'll get into the show in a second.
Yes,
and that's the premise of every movie, is it? That someone has a premonition at the start of it?
Yes,
and
that's
then, right, I see.
Yep, it happens.
Hi to Stephanie, who says, good morning, Ben, Craig, team, social superstar and friends from Lincroft, New Jersey, listening as making breakfast for grandson. Hello, Stephanie and grandson. Louise Burton says hello. Hello. The guys in the gallery want to know what's for breakfast, Stephanie. Rebecca says, hello, Ben and Craig. Pauline Hassel says, hi, guys from Cheshire, just having my hair done whilst watching. Lovely. Has the hairdresser come to you, or are you and the hairdressers watching us on a phone? Let us know. If you... are in the hairdressers. Well, let's give your hairdresser a shout out. Why not?
That's in one of the Final Destination films. The hairdresser.
What, Pauline's hairdresser?
Not Pauline's hairdresser, but a hairdresser. It's either I think it's maybe the 3rd one. So yeah.
Can you imagine what happens there? Alison Mason says, my son is called Ben. Strong name. His absolute favourite is chocolate cake. Well, there you go. 2 Bens who love chocolate cake. And Jeannie says, what a treat seeing Craig and Ben all week. Well, we try to bring you the treats. You've got me and Craig for an hour now. You've got me and Leanne for Ben's Day Part 2. And then Craig is back a little bit later on as well. So you've got 3 of the very best. 3 of the very best. Sorry, I'm just going to move my mat over. There we go. Right. Next up, we have got the Majestic Unicorn 11-piece selection. This is a huge saving for you. 70% off. So busy for this. And let me just say, lots of you were talking about this during the Ben's Day preview show and asking to see it. So I'll show you. I must just say as well, with every purchase today, not just on the Ben's Day shows, we are going to be popping this into your basket for free. It's the Colorista coloured pencils, the Bright and Vivid. You get those for free. There is no minimum spend. So when you buy this bundle for £24, we will throw those in for free.
Seriously?
I'm serious,
So
mate.
you could buy a pack of Poke Tools?
Yep, and we'll throw those in for free.
1 pack of foam pads at what, like 99p or something like
Yep,
that?
and we'll throw that in for free.
Oh my God. Gosh, sorry.
Gosh. So what are you going to get in this bundle? Well, you might be forgiven for thinking for £24, hang on a minute, am I getting all of the consumables as well? That is ridiculous. Like for 24 quid, you'd be thinking to yourself, well, I'm not going to get the consumables, am I? You are. You're going to get the 24 sheet, beautiful pad with that stunning pearlescent effect, stunning florals, stunning unicorn illustration, 24 double-sided sheets, not only in the beautiful 12 by 12, but then you are also going to get the 24 single-sided sheets in the 6 by 6 pad, which of course is different again because you've got these beautiful unicorn illustrations, almost like toppers that you can tear straight out of your pad there, mat and layer onto a project, and you've got 24 ready-made to go cards absolutely quickly and easily, but they look the absolute business. So your 6 by 6 and your 12 by 12. We are going to also give you in there your matching luxury linen cardstock. So you're getting the 24 sheets of the cardstock to match up absolutely perfectly with that, and 24 sheets of your coordinating vellum. Now, that is £24 worth of anybody's money before we even talk about anything else. 24 quid for all of that. Thanks very much. That's brilliant. However, what we are also going to do, there's less than 50 of these deals to go around. Might not last a show. We're going to throw in the illusion film, right? So you're going to get 2 rolls of that beautiful, absolutely stunning illusion film. You get, I want to say, is it 2 meters in a roll? Yeah, 2 meters per roll. You're getting 2 rolls. So 24 quid, brilliant. They're not going to throw in the hardware, are they? We are. We are going to give you, apologies, I don't have the boards to show you, but Craig will show you a lot of the items as we go through here. You've got the embossing folder, 3D embossing folder, that beautiful unicorn at heart. You're getting that in the bundle. You're also going to get the Embrace Your Inner Unicorn Edgeable in the bundle. You are also going to get the Be Unique Be You, which is that beautiful die set with the clouds, with that cute little heart, and then the stamps as well with those beautiful sentiments on. You are also going to get the Born to Be a Unicorn stamp and die set. You are also going to get all of your sentiments in stamp form. So you've got things like be a unicorn in a field full of horses, follow your dreams, I believe in you, and you are going to get there is power in kindness, the stamp and die in the bundle as well. So for 24 quid, are you joking me? We talk about the deals we had on Ben's Day earlier on. That has got to be one of the, this isn't officially a Ben's Day deal, but that has got to be one of the deals of the day. If not, one of the deals of the month. That is incredible. 50 of those left though. First come, first served. Get your free Colorista pencils with it as well, making that an unbelievable deal. What are we doing there?
I know, and you know what I'm thinking as well? If you already have this collection, but you need to replenish the stock of your 12x12, your 6x6, your vellum, the illusion film, it's worthwhile just getting it.
Double it up.
And then, of course, you can gift the extras, you can pass them on, give them to the grandkids, sell them, whatever it is you want to do. Then, of course, you can do that, of course, but it really is worthwhile just replenishing the stock by that one alone. Right. Really, really simplistic, but a really beautiful cardbound water reactive ink pads.
Yes, please.
My absolute favourite water reactive ink pads here. So we're going to go in with the 3D embossing folder, unicorn at heart. And I've taken my white smooth cardstock. I've cut it down to just shy of 4x6. Now, you know, Debbie Robinson is a huge advocate for this. And the fact, well, you know, we all are, but she will always tell you, if you want to stop the edges of your cardstock from tearing or buckling or bending, what to do is just make sure your cardstock's cut just a little bit smaller than your folder. That's going to stop any of that happening. So done that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to blend first, then emboss. You can, if you want, emboss, then blend, but what you're going to get is a lot of different high levels of deep colour because your blending tool is only touching the raised area. So I've gone in for, we're going to go in with fuchsia, we're then going to go in with honey pot, we're then going to go in with the parakeet, and then we're going to go in with the crushed velvet here. So, you know, if you want to...
Just, what was the first one? Could you just
go
back?
You can always go back to the first one if you want to. So if we go back to the fuchsia here, but the thing is as well, you can be using that into the fuchsia as well. It doesn't have to be back into the fuchsia. It could be into the fuchsia as well. So
exactly,
you've got options. So that is the order that we're going to go in with there. And then, as I say, we're going to go in fuchsia, honey pot, parakeet, and crushed velvet. And then we're going to go in here. Now, I know you, Jamie, are we able to zoom out a little bit? I just always like to show the top part of my glass mat here, because what I always do with my glass mat, don't worry if I can't, Jamie, I can just pull it down if it's easier. That's perfect. The reason being is you'll sometimes see me go in with my blending tool, but you don't actually see my actual ink pads. What I like to do, I know we do your non-stick mats, Ben.
Yeah, they're perfect.
But I like to have mine against my glass mat. So if you don't have a non-stick mat, instead of chasing it or having to hold it, what I do is I go at the top of my glass mat and then I just start to pull and then ink up my blending tools, and that's how I like to do it that way, with whether it's a square or the circle. Thank you, Jamie. I know that was a little bit of a nightmare for you to then do that. And then I'm going to go in and I'm going to start, oh my gosh, Ben.
There's only 30 of these left now. We had 52 minutes ago. I think people are just getting it anyway. Like we said, for the value of the consumables, I mean, if you get duplicates, so be it, isn't it, really?
That's it.
Work twice as quickly or give them away to friends.
That's it. And it's one of those collections, if you do gift it to the grandkiddies, your granddaughter or your niece, something like that, it's one of those that they are going to love because it is, of course, all about the unicorn. You know, it's not as if it's something like, I don't know, you know, I know many, many generations would love things like, let's say, for instance, Arabian Nights.
Yeah.
If you had extras, you may not necessarily give it to your younger granddaughter.
No.
You might do, but you know where I'm going with this. Whereas unicorn, there is a more chance that you're going to be giving any of your duplicates to the grandkiddies.
Absolutely.
But as you can see here, all that I'm doing is I'm just going on. I like to start on my glass mat to start with. Gone in with the fuchsia, gone in with the honey pot. We're just going to go in with the parakeet here. And as I get to the bottom, what we're going to do is I'm going to go in with a scrap bit of cardstock. Because it's water reactive, what happens is if I hold this down with my fingers, the oils in my fingers are going to then picked up with the ink, and then therefore we're going to have fingerprint. So take a scrap bit of cardstock, it could be an old envelope, it could be a bill, absolutely anything, just to hold down your cardstock to stop you from getting any of those fingerprints. The only thing I would say is have your cardstock back. The reason being, if I have it close up, Ben, I'm going to do this on another bit of scrap. Let's say, for instance, I'm blending, like so. Say I have my cardstock too close and I blend onto my cardstock, what's going to happen is you're going to leave yourself a line, a straight line.
Yeah.
So if you want to avoid that, just make sure that your cardstock is back, and then all we need to do is go into each section, and you can go as light as you want, as dark as you want. Because it is water reactive, we could go in with our spray mister if we want to. We can go in and do all those different techniques that you know and love. And I'm just blending those two together. Then I'm going to go back into the honey pot here. And then I'm going to then blend these two together. And all that I'm going to do, Ben, is I'm just going to go back and forwards between each layer and just start to blend them in.
We can say hi to Trudy, who's joined us, saying good morning. Hello also to Diane Hatch, who joined us from New Hampshire. Christine Mahoney says, good morning and good afternoon, everyone. How's your car, Christine? Did you get, obviously you did get towed.
Right enough.
I mean, hopefully you're not still by the side of the road. I mean, that would be terrible service, wouldn't it, if you were. But yeah, let us know. And thank you to Lois, who sent in a picture. So Lois has sent in a picture of some cake.
Oh, cake.
Which says happy 74th. Yeah. Does that say? Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
We believe that means granddaughter in Greek. Is it 74th or 70th?
Or is it 7th?
Grandmother.
Ah.
Johnny, did you say? Ah.
Looks delicious though, doesn't it?
74th it looks like to me. But it's a very... here we go. So yeah, reading the caption now. Birthday cake that her granddaughter made for her birthday.
That is so good, isn't it?
It is so good. What I love about that, you've got chocolate cake, obviously, and then you've got like the hundreds and thousands there as well.
Yeah. Where are they from, Ben?
Greece, I think.
Greece. I wonder if Greece has a version of the Great Greece Bake Off.
The Great Greek... Greece. That's hard to say. Great Bake Off.
Greece Bake Off.
What's the Greek pudding that I really like? The cake. Is that what it's called? Baklava. Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Have you ever had that?
No, I've not.
It's like, I'm sure it's like a syrupy kind of spongy cake with, I want to say, is it pistachio nuts in it?
Oh, I do like pistachio nuts.
Yeah. Baklava. Another thing I love Greek food, stuffed vine leaves.
Ooh. Do you know what I'm still not at palate-wise?
No.
It's olives.
Oh, the olives are a taste sensation.
And I love salt, but I'm just not there yet with
Do you like garlic?
Yes.
Do you like garlic cloves, like eating the...
well, I won't eat them whole, but...
No, but you can get they're sort of like pickled garlic cloves stuffed into olives.
Oh.
Absolute gorgeous. You should try some of those.
I should do.
And like wean yourselves onto olives that way. So you get the taste
do
of
it subtly, gently.
Yeah. You get like a little salty hit, but you get mainly the taste of the garlic.
Oh, salty and garlic.
Yeah.
Oh, it'd keep the vampires away, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would. Yeah, it would.
Yeah. So, I've just blended those 4 colours together, Ben. So that was fuchsia, honey pot, parakeet, and then crushed velvet here. Brought them all in together. And I'm going to go in with my 3D embossing folder. This side has got the raised detail here, so raised upwards. If you are looking for some brand new 3D embossing folders next week with me and you, I was having a play yesterday, and in between shows today, when Leanne comes in, I'm going to nip home
and
have another bit of a play, get some demos done. So that's going to be later on next week. Keep your eyes peeled. Beautiful 3D embossing folders. That's next week. But we can then bring this one in. And then if I open that one up...
That's Friday, isn't it, next week?
It is indeed.
New...
Sorry?
The pick of the week. The pick of the week.
Yeah. So if I bring that in there...
Beauty.
So even if you wanted to leave it as it is, Ben, you can absolutely do that. You still get that design of the unicorn coming through. Let's go in then, gilding wax. Let's go in with our gilding wax here. And I'm going to pick some up, and then we're going to go on into the glass mat. Now, if you can, I highly recommend doing it with your finger.
Yeah.
What I would say, go back to, was it last week? I think Debbie Robinson touched upon gilding wax, or if it wasn't last week, it was
the week
recently.
Before, maybe.
And she showed how, you can use it with a blending tool if you want, but you are going to get a much better control with your finger. Understandably, not everyone can use it on their finger, or dexterity issues, etc., etc. But if you can, you really want, that is way too much. I'm not even going to need all of that, but I want to get as much off. And what is remaining on my finger, we're going to go back and we're going to start to build that up. We're building it up, and because it's 3D, what you're going to get is you're going to get that intense hit of the silver on the raised areas, because there must be 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 different layers here within this 3D folder. So that top layer, that real detailed top layer, is going to have that strong hit of the gilding wax. And then where I'm going in with that little bit more pressure with my finger, the kind of the mid layer, base layer, bottom layer are all going to then have different intensities of the gilding wax. But we're going out little and often. As in many cases, you can always add, but you cannot take off. So we're just going in, and I'm just going to start building this up.
Lois's granddaughter is 15, who made the cake.
Incredible.
That is great skills.
That is really good skills.
Debbie says, I agree, Craig, no olives. Pat says, good morning, Ben, Craig and everyone from a rainy New Jersey. And Karen Bernhardt said, a Greek lady worked for me at Busch Gardens and she would make us baklava when we'd have covered dish lunches. I loved it. It's a really, really lovely dish. And Karen Fisher says, good morning from Florida. I'm still on cloud 9 after meeting Sarah for breakfast yesterday. Such a lovely lady. You had another meal with Sarah, did you? No.
God, you've seen Sarah more than I have.
I know, yeah. I've never had sat down for 2 meals with Sarah, I don't think.
No, I don't think I have.
Over there. Yeah. Did she buy this time, though, Karen? That's what I want to know.
Or did Liam buy?
Liam. You get his credit card out.
Yeah.
I think I did see a picture of you guys together on
I think I did as well, yeah.
Today, yeah. Brilliant.
Is it Cracker Barrel? Cracker Barrel,
Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
That's amazing. How brilliant is that silver gilding wax added to the colour? It just makes it pop even more, doesn't it?
It does. It really, really does. Now, you do have alternatives. Maybe, Ben, you want to go in with maybe something like an anthracite, water reactive, or one of the ink pads. You're not going to, of course, get that metallic shine what you get with the gilding wax. But, of course, you can still use it. And then all that I'm going to do, I've got a 5x7 card. I've gone in with a bit of black card, Ben. The mint card is from this collection. Just finished it off with another bit of white. And if I add this on, you can come along and add all your different sentiments if you want to, because you've got your stamps in there, you've got that die that says unicorn, all those different options. But if I just keep it really, really simple, done a little bit of blending with our water reactive, we have then come along with our silver gilding wax, and that is all that I'm going to do. So within that one, we've covered the blending, we've covered the gilding wax, but then what we've also done is we're just showing you how to get that nice layer of the wax using that 3D folder. And then, of course, you've got the sentiment, you've got the die sentiment as well, you've got the edgeable, you could then make it bigger with your pattern paper. So much choice when it comes to that collection for 24 quid. That's bonkers.
It is bonkers, and there's only a handful of people who are going to be able to get their hands on that I mean, it's a huge bundle, isn't it? For 24 quid. As I said earlier on, that doesn't even cover the cost of your 12 by 12, your 6 by 6, your linen cardstock and your vellum. Nowhere near covers that cost. But then when you consider you're going to get illusion film, you're going to get all of your elements in here. So the stamp and die rainbows you're going to get all your stamp sentiments in there too. You're going to receive that beautiful stamp and die unicorn. You've got the sentiments there with the metal die, so unicorn at heart, born to be a unicorn, sparkle like a unicorn. You're going to get that absolutely incredible unicorn die in there as well, that beautiful edgeable. That's the one you're going to use your illusion film on. So you pop that behind the mane of the unicorn and it's going to really, really bring that die to life. And then of course you've got that beautiful embossing folder as well. So if you want to be able to recreate Craig's demo that he's just shown you there, you've got everything that you need within this set to be able to do that. That is, I'm not over-egging the pudding here, that's one of the best deals of the month, let alone the day, and certainly one which is well worthy being part of the deals that we've got on Ben's Day. Remember as well, just to add even more reason to buy that if you needed it anymore, you'll get your Colorista pencils as well, because we are giving those away for every purchase today. There is no minimum spend, which is absolutely crazy. Get those added into your basket when you spend today. So if you're buying that bundle, those Colorista pencils will be coming to you. Gorgeous card, Craig, says Trudy. That is awesome, Craig, says Jeannie. And Louis says, I love this method of card making. I'm yet to try it out though. Good morning, Kathy Green, who's watching in a still rainy Mechanicsburg. Whoop, 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 whoop. Diane says, amazing. And hi again, says Alexandra. Ben and Craig, could you please say hello to my 4-year-old grandson, Elliot? He loves watching the two of you. Elliot! Elliot!
Hey, Elliot.
Hello.
Hello. What are you up to today? You crafting?
Who, me?
Elliot.
Oh, Elliot.
Elliot. It's Elliot crafting.
Elliot. Fist bump.
Double fist pump.
Double fist bump. Ready? Go. Right. We are going to have a short break, give you opportunity to get checked out. Remember, all the Ben's Day goodies are on the website for you as well. And I'll let you into a little secret. I'm not really supposed to tell you because it's not an official Ben's Day show. If you type my surname into the search bar, Moseby, M-O-S-E-B-Y, you will open up the Build a Ben box deal where you can get 10 items for £10. So do have a look at that before you check out your baskets. And we will meet you back here with more beautiful beginnings goodness in about 4 minutes' time.
Hello everyone, I'm here in my happy place, should I say messy place, Crafters TV, another favourite place where I can chat and have many a giggle with like-minded people from all over the world. The inspiration and clear instruction is patiently presented and has helped me to achieve some fabulous projects. I've learnt so much. I like to watch Crafters TV as often as I'm free, and I always get new ideas each time, and it certainly helps kickstart my mojo. I love it all. Thank you. Bye.
Pokey tools and paper pads, gilding, wax and stamping mats, scissors, glitter, builder blocks, faux snow fabric, rocker blocks, Bria's misters, quilting clips, and die brush tools, precision snips, finger daubers, acetates, stencils, glue guns and templates, Gemini Pro, Julia and the OG, Gemini Go, Mini and the MIDI, dry blend, brush pens, aqua pens and aqua blends, illustrators, classics and dry blends and color blends and glitter pens and sparkle pens, outliner pens. Fine tip glue, applicators, envelopes, creators, stamping platforms, boxer boards, the big score and scoreboard, Nina card and craft card, glitter card, matte black card, graphics, wadding and adhesive sheets, glass mats, guillotines and pen trays, ball tool, dice and zinc trays, miter tools and binding tools and toe bags, USBs, bone folders and punches, low tuck tape, pin brushes, stamens, mountboard, flower forming foam, outline markers, DVDs, spelled quick Triton pads and CDs, gilding flakes and washi tape, tacky glue, red liner tape, craft and press sparkle pots, Centura pearl and sticky dots, pigment ink pads, chunky glue, body bags, all-purpose glue, embossing folders, blending tools, storage folders, much more too. Water reactive ink pads, body bags, craft magnets, year of craft and glue, stick and spray and stick away, dotty tape and split pens, acrylic paint pens, tape pens, watercolor card, rotary cutters, magazines and stamping card, Ultimate Pro and the rotating design board, Ultimate First Compendium, Sarah Signature Collections, and don't forget Discovery Kits. Oh, and there's foam pads, think that's it. One final thing, foam on a roll. Foam on a roll.
My favourite part is the interaction we can have with the lovely presenters.
The laughter and the giggles and the dressing up and the jokes.
Really fun and really good, and sometimes the only laugh you will get when you're not feeling well.
The personal connection with the presenters and the demonstrators.
The inspiration and clear instruction is patiently presented.
I love everyone that I have come to know on Crafters TV.
Well, we got two comedians, Dan and Craig. They're not comedians really, they're brilliant.
Presenters are great. Demonstrators are great.
Number one is the enjoyment I get from watching Ben and all of the demonstrators making the projects.
You are all so down to earth and genuine people, always willing to share and help.
Personal connection with everyone that's involved in Crafters TV.
For me, they have become my friend, creating a personal connection and making you feel part of a crafting family.
And get me a chuckle. It just feels like you're right there in my living room.
Welcome back, everybody. Alexandra, that's brilliant. She says, thank you, guys. A very happy Elliot was waving like mad, and he ran to the TV to give you both a fist bump. Nice one, Elliot. Nice one. I think you're probably one of our youngest viewers, Elliot, so that is amazing. And certainly, me and Craig don't hand out fist bumps very often, so only to the very, very special people. Very, very special, don't we? Fist bumps.
Very, very special.
So there we go. Good to have you with us, Elliot. Good to have you all with us on this beautiful beginning show. I just want to quickly show you a brilliant bundle that we've got on our Violet Studio range. This is a Violet Studio mega bundle. The price on this, again, is absolutely wacky bonkers. 20 quid for everything I'm about to show you, with one of my favourite paper pads, not just in the Violet Studio range, but in all of our paper pads. I absolutely love it. It's the Wildflowers. I love it for pages like this. Reminds me, I mean, I don't really know much about flowers. I didn't really take much in, but my nan used to be big on like gardening, big on flowers, and she used to have like all those like old-fashioned encyclopedias that would have like the pictures in like this. And it just takes me back to a more simple time when I'd thumb through those encyclopedias, thumb through those books with me nan, and you know, learn about all the different flowers. The illustrations of this really reminds me of those, but you've got some beautiful florals in here. And again, you can snip into all of these for those smaller projects, for scrapbooking, of course, you can do that. You've then got ditzy florals in here. You've got three lots of the 12 designs in this particular pad, and just some really, really stunning florals right through. Some borders there which you can strip, which you can cut into for little strips. You've got, again, more beautiful florals, again, borders there. It's an absolutely beautiful pad with all sorts of different flowers running throughout. Now, that's your first item for the 20. We're then going to give you your matching envelope seals as well, just stickers if you want them to be, but they'll work really nicely on envelopes that you might make potentially out of the papers that you've got within this pad. We're going to give you ribbons to go with that as well. So you've got the 5 lots of beautiful ribbon in there. You've got 5 2-metre rolls. Then your pack of enamel dots. We're also then going to give you a paper pad. Well, I say a paper pad, it is a 250 GSM card pad in beautiful metallics. You're going to get a sticker book. I mean, again, if you've got little ones, you might just want to keep certain elements of this for yourself. Oh, I won't open that. But you can see the stickers that you're going to get in here. Lots of different stickers, which you can give to the kids, which you can pop onto, you know, all sorts of different projects if you want to do that. You've got party time, hello, love, awesome, thanks. You've then got a set of toppers in here. That is from the Best in Show collection. You've got 26 in total there of lots of different dogs. You've got little tags in there too. We are going to give you 2 lots of the adhesive photo corners. There's 48 in each of those, so 96 photo corners in total. We're going to give you a set of mini punches. So your 3 designs in those punches: tag, flower and heart. We're going to give you some wooden stamps. So the stamps mounted onto these wood blocks. You've got party time, you've got the candles, you've got the cake, you've also got happy birthday, you've got the presents, and then you've got a little ink pad included in there too. How crazy is this? You're then going to get, in this bundle, your 6x6 scrapbook kit from the Vintage Circus collection. That contains all of your papers. It contains washi tape. It contains photo corners. It's got toppers in there. It's got cute little frames. Everything that you need to be able to make a really cute little 6x6 memory album. Then you're going to get 2 lots of these stickers. There are, how many stickers do you get in there? 97 stickers in each of the sets, and it's all of your letters of the alphabet, it's all of your numbers and all of your punctuation as well. You're getting that twice over. Wow, you're going to get a set of florals in here, so paper flowers, 7 of those you're going to get to decorate your projects up. You're going to get a cute little pot of pom-poms, 75 pom-poms included in that little jar. And then you're going to get your letter tiles, 200-piece set. I just think these are so super usable, great to create home decor pieces, and like I've got in my entrance porch at home, you can create really cute home decor pieces where you can get all the names of your family and then like join them up together to create a really cute piece, frame it and stick it on the wall. You get 200 of those in total. What a brilliant stash building bundle that is from the Violet Studio range. Should be £70 or $100. It is £20 today if you're a platinum member, but do be very quick, and don't forget, for every purchase today, because it's Ben's Day, you will get your Colorista pencils. What a day to be shopping and buying. Thank you for all the lovely comments coming through. Just a quick one, Craig, and you have to verbalise this rather than kind of, we won't have time to do a demo, but Stephanie's looking for ideas for a wedding card. Anything that kind of comes to your mind, maybe like colour palette, that kind of thing?
Yeah, so this is where it'll go from one extreme to another. Something like an ivory would work well. Now, I say that one extreme to the other because like your ivory cream, it works really well for a subtle sympathy card. But then when you team it with maybe something like a satin silver, maybe a satin gold, obviously it depends, of course, on if maybe you're going for a colour, maybe the wedding's got a specific colour theme, you want to make the card that colour theme. If not, if it's just kind of like in general, you would maybe want to go for something like an ivory, a cream, something like that. Maybe then go for a gold. You can, of course, substitute the cream for a white. What I would always say as well, if you're doing a wedding card, Ben, I would always use something like a linen card or a hammered card or a texture card. If you don't have any of them, watercolour card, use that instead because it gives it that nice little bit of luxuriousness to it because it's got that little bit of texture. Other than that, if you want to keep it simple, maybe just something like wedding bands or bells, something like that with a few gems or pearls. But yeah, I would go for, I personally would go down the route of like an ivory cream and then maybe team it either with a gold or team it with a silver and then go down that route.
And there is some still in stock. If you need ivory cream cardstock, you've got your hammered card, which Keith brought in yesterday from Paper Dynamics. You've got that beautiful linen card as well. And I think still hanging in some buckram. And he's also got, here you go, the gentle brown, the dark brown, the sensual brown. There's that linen cardstock. Team it up with some of the gold and the silver. I mean, that's almost like a perfect wedding bundle there, isn't it?
Do you know something, Ben? It absolutely is.
Yeah.
Bang on the money. It really, really is. Yeah, so that is going home with me. Thanks, Keith. Thanks to Keith. There's still some across there, but yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No,
yeah,
it's all there.
All the
it's all there. I've left you some, Johnny. I've left you some. Yes, no. That is actually, you're spot on. Actually, there's a lot of good wedding tones within that one there.
Yeah, so if you type in Paper Dynamics into the search bar, it will come up with everything that we've got left. But definitely get some of that hammered card because that is the bomb. And that ivory linen card that Keith brought as well is absolutely stunning. 100 sheets of hammer card for a ridiculous price, wasn't it? Ah, he's nicked half of it. Good morning, Ben and Craig, says Daisy and all the CC team. Craig, I've been using the swivel knife to snip out small shapes and savable pics from my scrap paper this morning, so thank you for the tip. Janice says, I've just bought the little circus bundle to gift to a friend who is expecting her first child. And just as we go back to Craig for another demo on the Majestic Unicorn, Karen has a question. What is heat-resistant acetate used for, Craig, says Karen?
Heat-resistant acetate is if you've got any heat tools, for instance, if you've got any foiling system, later on today, craft your stash. Craft your stash is going all the way back to, of course, the foil press. If you are new to us, craft your stash is just going back to something that has been so popular in the past, and we just have a little play. So that's what we're going to do for 1 hour later on. We're going to go back to the foil press. So anything that you've got that's heat source, you can use, of course, your heat-proof acetate. If you want to do heat embossing onto acetate, you're going to then be using your heat-proof acetate. It is thinner than like a construction acetate. Sometimes you'll find as well your heat-proof acetate it's clear, but if you were to put it side by side when it comes to construction acetate, you can tell it's maybe just not quite as clear. That's just to enable either the ink or that just to grab onto. But yeah, it is a heat source. You can, if you want to use it as a window for shakers. I wouldn't use that for construction because it's too thin. Yeah. But yeah, anything where you've got heat source direct to it, then that's when you're going to use your heat-proof acetate.
Excellent question, Karen. Thank you. Appreciate that. Any more, fire those in the next sort of 19 minutes because the show is rapidly disappearing. Thank you, Ben and Craig, for all the tips. Ordered those papers yesterday, but it won't be here in time. I do have some ivory card, though, says Stephanie. Now, if you want the Majestic Unicorn Collection, you're going to have to be quick. It is now officially limited stock. There is a green on the screen, which means it soon won't be seen. I'll tell you, I'll be honest, there are 18 chances left to buy. So if you want it, come and get it. You've got to hurry though because it's going fast. Shall we see one final demo with Craig before it does disappear?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's show you some samples again to start with. But what we're going to do within this one, this is going to be really simple again, but we're just going to go and look at the paper pad versus the vellum. Always another question that we get asked quite a lot. Go on to Crafter's Companion YouTube and have a look, or just type in vellum and see all the different shows that we've done. I know Debbie Fisher done one recently about vellum. You can go back and watch what you can do with your vellums. I'm going to touch upon it in a moment here. But that's the one that we just done with blending. But you've got that full collection there, bringing in your template library. That would be fab. What about using this for things such as your layout collection? Start to bring in your layout collection as well. That's going to be great. But going in with your boxes if you want to, going in with just the rainbow if you want to, having that stamp in that die, going in with your concept cards, your Z-fold cards. That's the same 3D embossing folder, but actually colouring it in. Our Nicole's done that one, and she's gone in and she's beautifully coloured in all of the different raised detailed parts.
Amazing.
You've got that edgeable as well. You can see how gorgeous that is. Maybe go in the back with your illusion film. Maybe put acetate to the back, colour it in with your alcohol pens. There's your stained glass window effect. And then, of course, there's another one. Do you know something? This one here, Ben, would also work as a complete standalone from this collection.
Absolutely.
What I mean by that, hands up, when I first seen this, I thought, oh, teamed with the Unicorn Collection. But obviously it works well together, but it's also a good one maybe just because for a toddler, new birth, anything like that, you've got that one there to be using. But let's go in, as I said, let's have a look at the vellum versus the paper pad. And when we get asked, what can we do with vellums, we'll say, you can go in and do the belly bands, you can do the wraps, you can do your envelopes. As I always say as well, you can simply use it as a substitute to your pattern paper. Let's have a look at the 6 vellum sheets that we've got here. And what I'm going to do as well, Ben, is let's just show you kind of that contrast with the white and then the black. So these are the 6 designs. You're getting 4 of each of these ones here. But what we've got here is, if you see, if we go that against the black, the difference, isn't it? So it
absolutely.
really reins it in. Pops, of course, with the colour. Now, it's going to do that on a white compared to a black.
Yeah.
But you can still see the detail on it. It's more of that hazed effect. Each of these ones have got the unicorn in either a different corner, different stance, different design. And again, if we go in just side by side within these ones here. So these are all 8 by 8. The paper pad that we've got is 6 by 6. The paper pad is different from the 12 by 12, and you'll see that in a moment, because the 6 by 6 is full imagery. So instead of being shrunk down, like you find when it comes to our 12 by 12, it's just a full image. And there's that one here. So that's all 6 of them.
Yeah.
But I've got a couple of layers already put together here. So this is just some of our white card. That's the peach from the linen. And then I've gone into a very fine black matten layer onto a 7 by 7 card blank here. So whereas I tend to say what you can do is use it as a substitute to your pattern paper. That's one of the 6 by 6. So we could come in, layer that one up into place there, and you can see you've got that beautiful card that can be framed if you want to.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how nice that would be in an inexpensive box frame?
But that's what's so great about the 6 by 6, isn't it? It's 24 cards potentially.
That's it. That is exactly it. 24 toppers you've got, 24 cards, 24 projects, 24 pieces of home decor. If you put that in an inexpensive box frame, I don't know, £5 a box frame?
Easily.
Easily. How many is 20? Say you did, let's say a £5, 24. You can get a box frame, I'm going to say £2.99 just off the top of my head. You know, £5, maybe you wanted to push your luck at £6, $6. You can make a good little, you know, income from that.
You can.
And all that you've done is got a box frame, you've got a tape runner and your guillotine or paper trimmer.
Yeah.
And then there's those projects done. So that's, of course, one of the 6 by 6. But what I mean by using the vellum as a substitute, that is one of the vellum. So that is this vellum here. You can see it as a whole. But what I've done is I've trimmed it down to 6 by 6. And then what we can do is we can use that as a substitute. So get into the mindset of using your vellums as a substitute to pattern paper. If you're ever worried, if you're ever concerned, if you're ever daunted about how to use them, simply use them as an alternative backdrop.
Exactly right.
Really, really easy way to do that. So as I was saying, what we can do is we could go in and then we can go pattern paper. This is when you can expand. You could go in with your nesting dies if you want to. You've got a few sheets within these ones. You've then got 2 of each. So you could do a bit of fussy cutting. Maybe go in with your swivel craft knife, cut all the way around. Your swivel craft knife on the glass mat is going to be ideal for this one here. But keeping it really simple, if we go in here, what I love with our vellums as well, what we can do is you can go round with your tape runner if you want, but I will always, my preference is always to go into the corners with a dot of glue.
Yeah.
So I'll just go in here. And I've always, even before joining Crafters Companion, if I've ever used vellum in the past, Ben, I've always done the glue in the opposite corner.
Okay.
Because I like to have, although it's well anchored down with the glue, I like to have that free-flowing motion in the additional layer. There's something nice and maybe a little bit more sophisticated with flowing acetate, or acetate without, not acetate, vellum, with that motion.
Gives it a bit more of an expensive feel, I think.
It does, yeah. It's anchored down. You don't see any of the glue dots, but then what you have got is you've still got that little bit of fluidity from the edges of the vellum. And then if we go straight in to my mats and layers, we've all got white card, we've all got black card. You've got that linen in the bundle there. You don't ever have to do as many mats and layers as I do. I will always say that's entirely up to you. But if you do like your mats and layers, like me, few thin mats and layers, we could go in. And this is also a prime example, yesterday, within the Craft Your Stash with the V-Blade paper trimmer. If you don't want all of that extra bulk as weight, take your paper trimmer and gut the layers underneath. Go back on Crafters Companion YouTube to yesterday's show, and I showed you how accurately and easily you can then gut the centre of your cardstock, or you could do it with your craft knife, and then of course your ruler. But then, referring back to the first demo that we done, if I hold that there just for a second, if I bring in the one that I just done, which is here, going in here, you can of course add your own sentiment at home that's in the bundle, but 2 really quite easy but really, really effective cards. And that one there, you can either use your pattern paper or your 6x6 pad, or using the vellum as a substitute. and then decorate till your heart's content.
I've got a question for Craig, and I'll recap on that bundle and just show you the hero tool before we go. Just a question back onto acetate from Jeannie. And these are great questions, and this is what Beautiful Beginnings is all about particularly. And she says, how can I tell heat acetate from regular? I have some, but don't know which kind I have.
So the weight of it.
Right.
The weight of it is a good telling. Your construction acetate has a really good sounding wobble to it.
Yeah.
You know, you can tell it's really quite thick. The difference between, what I would say, that aside, weight aside, that's how you're going to tell the difference. Telling the difference between a heat-proof acetate and a printable acetate, your printable acetate will have a textured background. So that needs something for the ink from your printer to grab onto. So what I would say is, for me, it might be easy for me to say, the difference between your heat-proof and your construction is the weight. You can tell the weight. It's where you sometimes not necessarily knowing the difference between the printable and the heat-proof. That way is the printable has that textured, foggy backdrop. That is for your printer ink to grab onto.
And just to say as well, because I know this will probably come up in a second, which of our acetates have the backing on? Is that just the construction acetate?
Construction.
Right.
Yeah. I'm going to say all of our construction, whether it is just our plain clear, whether it is our foiled, all of our construction acetate comes with a protective backing. The printable and the heat-proof, too thin to put a printable backing. Plus, what you need to remember as well, the heat-proof, we're heating onto it. The printable, we're printing onto it. So there's no protective backing there. The only one that you've got the protective backing is on our construction acetate.
There you go. Beautiful, says Ash. Absolutely beautiful card, says Pamela. I'll very, very quickly show you again. There's 14 of these left, and then that is your lot. That is it. It's a £100 bundle, 134 bucks. £24 platinum for our next 14 people to grab that. £32 in the US. Obviously, you know, you've got the tariffs to contend with there, but it is a brilliant, brilliant deal for the next 14 people to snap this up. 12 by 12 pad, beautiful, beautiful illustrations on that stunning pearlescent paper. To go with that, we will give you the 24 sheets of your linen cardstock, again, in colours that will colour match beautifully up to the papers, and that acetate, both done it now, the vellum. Got acetate on the brain, haven't we?
Yeah.
The vellum that you're going to be getting as well. 8 by 8 in size, you're getting your 6 designs, 4 sheets of each, 24 in total, and your 6 by 6 paper pad. What's different again with this, don't forget, is that all of your designs in your 6 by 6 paper pad are different to what you're getting in your 12 by 12. I mean, that alone, for that price, £24, is absolutely incredible. But then to add on to that, we're going to give you 2 rolls of illusion film. We're going to give you this die, which will work perfectly with the illusion film, that beautiful edgeable. You're also going to get the 3D embossing folder that Craig was using a little bit earlier on. You're also going to receive your Unicorn at Heart stamp and die set, so you can create all your fantastic sentiments with that. You're going to get your stamp and die unicorn. You're going to get your sentiments in stamp form. Be a unicorn in a field full of horses. You are magical. Have a magical day. And you're also going to get your beautiful Be Unique, Be You stamp and die set, which is that beautiful rainbow. Everything that you've seen there for £24, and because you're shopping with us today and it's Ben's Day, we'll throw in the Colorista bright and vivid pencils for you, free of charge. There is no minimum spend on that. Spend today, even like Craig says, spend £1, spend £2. We'll throw those into your basket for absolutely nothing on all those purchases today. Thank you for the comments coming through. Thank you, Craig and Ben, says Ginny. Beautiful paper pack, says Colleen Passardi. And good afternoon, Karen Hughes. She says, good afternoon, Ben, Craig, and all. I've ordered the Majestic Unicorn and Moseby for 10. Thank you very much. Yes, type in my surname, Moseby, and you will open up that little secret sale on the website where you can get 10 items for £10. And someone, Rebecca, earlier on worked out that if you bought all of the items within that section, spent £50, You'll get your platinum discount of your platinum, which is £40, save £380. You could buy that whole entire section of the website and save £380. Make sure you spell my surname right though, Moseby, to bring up that page. Very quickly on the hero tool, it is the Ultimate Pro today. We had a good show on this very recently, so I'll refer you back certainly to that show. For $31.99, you are going to get your Pro, which is going to allow you to be able to make all of your different size envelopes. It's going to allow you to create loads of beautiful embossed detail. It's going to allow you to be able to create all of your different cards. If you're getting the UK version, you've got all of your different sizes there. Working with A4 cardstock, so you know A5 concertina, A4 concertina, your half fold, 10th fold cards in there too. Once you open this up, you've got the ability to be able to do your cutting, you can do your scoring, you can do your box making, you can do your ribbon making. Full instructions included in there as well. When you go for this hero tool bundle, we'll give you the boxer board absolutely for free within the bundle. Again, that gives you more details as to what you can be making with in your boxer board. But I mean, it's just a brilliant extension of the actual Ultimate itself. Full details there in words and pictures for you to be able to use the board, how you're going to be using the measurements, how you're going to be making the tops and the bases of your box. Also for free, you're going to be getting one of our tape pens, so the Dotty tape pen is in there too. Plus, alongside that, if you couldn't get enough cardstock yesterday off Mr. Keith, we're going to throw in some of our A3 Centura Pearl in the Snow White hint of silver. So a really nice complementary cardstock to work with some of your cooler colours, and a great size, particularly if you are going to be making construction pizzas and bigger boxes. $31.99 for that if you're a platinum member. You will also get your Colorista pencils for free because any purchase today sees that free gift. What a brilliant show that was. Do keep shopping. A massive thank you to Craig. Obviously, I'm back in an hour. I'll tell you more about that in a second. You're back at 5, Craig.
I am indeed, yeah. 5 o'clock UK time, of course, for you guys stateside, 12 noon Eastern time, 9 AM Pacific time. It is all about the foil press. One day only, one show only, craft your stash. So this is for those that have got the foil press. Get it back out, let's get playing. And anyone that's just wanting some ideas, if you've already got a foiling system, come and join us. We're going to go right back to the basics, but then we're going to show you the waste techniques. We're going to show you how you can use normal dies, including what about our brand new layering sentiment dies. Maybe you want to use them with your foil press. I'll show you how you can do that. That's all live at 5.
Looking forward to that a little bit later on. In the meantime, it is me and Leanne from 2 o'clock, so just over an hour's time for the main Ben's Day show. Don't forget, unbelievable deals there. We've got the Bensational deal, we've got the bonus buy, we have got £3 deals, we've got triple discount deals, we've got 3 for 2s on ink pads, and keep shopping that section of the website now. I tell you, type my surname into the search bar, Moseby, it will open up the Builder Box section where you can have 10 items for a tenner. All that and a whole host more. Craig will see you at 5. I'll see you in an hour. Until then, thanks for watching.
Doodles.
Bye for now.